We're here for our weekly press conference with head coach Clarissa Crowell of the softball team. Coach, you went to Oklahoma State this weekend.
Yes.
Before we get to the games, first talk about that trip in general. It was a long bus ride, but you also made an interesting stop on the way down.
Yes, it was. It was a long bus ride to Oklahoma State. We broke it up. We ended up driving to Joplin, Missouri on Wednesday, and we ended up on Thursday stopping by Miami, Oklahoma, which is, the significance of that is that Native American tribe, that is one of the Native American tribes that is in Miami, Oklahoma, originated from Oxford. So it was kind of a history lesson for our players. We also stopped at Mickey Mantle's field because Mickey Mantle is from that area. So we try to make a little bit of a trip of it. But anyway, so on Thursday we, drove down to Stillwater, had an opportunity to practice, and ended up playing on Friday and Saturday.
All right. As for the tournament, 2-2 weekend, you beat Cleveland State twice.
Yes.
Lost twice to Oklahoma State, but one of those you almost made a great comeback.
We did. We would have liked to have at least won one of those games against Oklahoma State, especially the game on Friday. Our kids did a great job of fighting back. We ended up losing that game 6-5, but in the bottom of the seventh inning, because we were the home team, we had the tying run at second base. So we definitely put ourselves in a good situation to get that win, but unfortunately we're not successful. But yeah, overall it was a decent weekend for us going 2-2. I mean, Oklahoma State right now, they're playing really well. And honestly, to play in that type of environment, to go to their home turf, it's never easy to play in that type of environment. But I thought, offensively, we had a very good weekend. Our offense, I believe, hit 306. And I think if our offense can just continue to hit the way that they're hitting, and if we can continue to score runs the way that we are, and if the pitching can get a little bit more consistent, I think we're going to be fine.
Moving on to this coming week. First, you have a quick turnaround with a midweek game at Butler. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Honestly, I think the biggest challenge going into tomorrow is just for our girls to recover from this long bus ride. We didn't get home last night until about 11:30. We left Oklahoma at 7 o'clock. So what I'm going to tell them today at practice, and this is the first time we've practiced on Monday after a long trip. So they're going to have to come out. We're going to have to practice and get prepared for Butler. But, to come back from a long road trip like coming from Oklahoma State and then have to play in a doubleheader on Tuesday. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is just making sure that we recover today, get a good practice in, and just be ready to go tomorrow. But Butler's playing well, and I believe they're 8-4 in the last 12 games. They've got a pitcher on staff, Gutierrez, who's throwing the ball really well. She has an ERA right now of a 1.28, and I believe she almost has 60 strikeouts in 70 innings. So she's doing a great job. And anytime you have a strong pitcher like that on staff, it'll be tough. So, but yeah, Butler's playing well, and we're going to their home turf. So we're definitely going to have to come out and play well tomorrow to win.
Right. And then this coming weekend, the final non-conference tournament of the season, as you head down to the College of Charleston's for their Invitational. You're actually going to play College of Charleston, but on Saturday you're going to play Connecticut and Central Connecticut State. Can you tell me a little about those two teams?
Yes, starting with UConn, I know that they're going to be a much better team than what their record shows. They've played a really tough schedule. But they're a well-coached team, and we got to come out and play against UConn, and I think their schedule is definitely prepared them for this weekend, and again, I know that they're not by record doing as well as they would like, but I think Coach Jen McIntyre does a great job there, and they're going to come out, they're going to play hard, and they're going to be a very competitive team. Central Connecticut State, it looks like their strength right now is their pitching. Overall, as a staff, I believe their ERA is under a 3. So, we're going to have to figure out a way to score some runs against them.
All right. And then Sunday, you got a familiar opponent in Eastern Michigan, followed by Brown. So can you tell me about Sunday's games?
Yes, Eastern Michigan. Typically, you don't play conference teams in tournaments, but Eastern Michigan And we decided that it would be okay because we're not playing each other in conference this year. The way that the schedule is set up, we don't play 3 teams in the other division. So Eastern Michigan just happens to be that team. But obviously very familiar with Eastern Michigan. It seems as if they're hitting the ball really well right now, which it comes as no surprise because offensively they do a great job. So but again, just being familiar with them, obviously they're a conference team. That'll be an important game for us. And we'll finish the tournament playing Brown, and Brown overall looks to be doing a really good job. I believe they're 7-3 right now, hitting .333, and their pitching staff's throwing the ball really well. They've had a key win against, I believe, UNC Greensboro, who is typically a very good team. So we're definitely going to have to come out. We're going to have to play well. I know we're excited to get on a plane this weekend and not on a bus. And Charleston's going to be, a great area to close out our tournament play. So definitely looking forward to getting down there and competing again.
Right. Thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.